Thanks you guys again for your service during the World War II. Now I'd like to introduce Randy Elliott. He's the guy in charge of the Tri-Flight of Honor. Kind of have a friendship through emailing.
There was a point in my career I thought I might want to be a teacher. And today, standing in front of 100 kids, I realize how nervous I am. But I'm not. You guys all make me nervous. I speak in front of adults all the time. For some reason. You're nervous. And by the way, guys, I don't think the bank will take it, but don't try to cash those checks. We've got an airplane to pay for. But seriously, Gena, Mr. Martin, wow. What a great program you put on. I think the goal was to sponsor a veteran, 2 veterans, and it turned into 6. And you know, this movement is just like this. It's grassroots. It's a school here, an organization here decided they want to sponsor a veteran, and it turns into 6. And what your work has done is allowed these guys to see a money that they may have never seen. And because you were able to sponsor those 6 more are going to be able to go from the funds we already had in the bank. So just thank you all so much, and realize, you know, today you should all have a sense of pride of what you've done, and for the rest of your life you're going to have the same opportunity to give back. And I just recommend you do that, because it'll always pay you back time and time again. So again, thank you, Jefferson Middle School. Go Patriots! Very proud of what you guys did, and you should be too. Guys, enjoy your trip.
I have some students that I'd like to ask you some questions. You ready?
They're ready.
Santiago?
Yeah. What were the sleeping areas like? Yeah.
What were your sleeping areas like?
Holes in the ground sometimes.
Holes in the ground?
Holes in the ground sometimes.
Foxhole, you slept in
Foxhole.
that too.
I bet that was uncomfortable.
Very
If you weren't in a foxhole, where would you sleep?
We're never good, standing up.
You didn't get much sleep? Had to be on call all the time?
Yes, 24 hours.
24 hour call?
24/7.
Sure.
How long were you serving in the military?
How long were you serving in the military?
3 years.
3 years? So you were there for 3 years out of the 4? All 4?
They were dead, get rid of us at that time.
How many years did you serve?
3.5.
3.5? 2?
3.5.
3.5? 5? Oh, were you there before 1941, or did you stay after when it was over to help?
Before the war broke out.
Were you drafted?
No, I volunteered and went in 1941 and was in a little while after the war with what I was doing. And my experience, I was in the fleet for about 3 years, and then I was in the Naval Air Corps for about 2.5 years. And so my experience was very broad and different.
That's impressive.
I have a fleet tanker on my ship with torpedoes and
Your ship was torpedoed?
torpedoes and sunk, but we were able to beach it and raise it and bring it back to the state. And that's another story in itself. You never go to school to learn how to raise the ship.
Absolutely. I'm sure they did.
So, Mr. Woodall, you were in the Navy.
Yes.
Mr. Barbie?
Marine Corps.
Mr. Lumber?
I was in the Army.
Army?
Navy.
Navy?
Marine Corps.
Marine Corps?
Marine Corps.
Marine Corps.
I was a frogman in the Navy.
You're a what?
Frogman.
You're a frogman.
Can you tell them what a frogman is?
What?
Can you tell them what a frogman that is?
Well, what I did, I was a frogman on a minesweeper. When anything got wrong with the gear, I had to dive down and get it. So we was on the coast of, well, we were right at the foot of Mount Suribachi when one of our cutters got hung up on a coral reef. So I had to dive down and get that. And of course, I made a whole lot of other trips too.
You say that like it's some small task. To me, that seems pretty big.
Well, I'd like to tell them about my monkey, but I ain't got.
Oh, tell them about the monkey.
No, no.
Oh, it's
Now you have to tell.
oh, please tell them.
That's a military secret.
Okay. Well, I'll keep your secret.
I had the honor of being a graduate on the day that Pearl Harbor was struck. I graduated from boot camp. I joined the Corps October the 2nd, 1941. We went through boot camp and was graduating on the 7th of December. Pearl Harbor
That's irony.
got gone, and so I got a send-off.
Wow. So you probably pretty much knew that day you were
Oh,
going
yes,
in.
I was on the move from the time I enlisted until the time I came back. I was overseas for 24 months. And I got out of boot camp on the 7th of December. On the 7th of August of 1942, I hit the shores of Guadalcanal. So we were the first, our division was the first division in the South Pacific in the first offensive battles. When the Japanese got to Guadalcanal, people in the States were needing a morale booster, so they said, send the Marines. They did, and they did. We did, yeah. And
Who took the Marines in?
These guys, Navy, and us Marines loved them because they took us to some godforsaken places, but they always came back to pick us up.
Sorry, that gives me the giggles, sorry. Here's the next question.
Got a question?
Simone,
Were any of you drafted?
were any of you drafted?
No.
no, I volunteered.
Maitland was drafted. And
Finally enlisted, my mother still be crying.
so when you got drafted, your mother was very upset about that.
No, well, yeah, she was
Well, scared.
upset, but she was upset because I was going.
Right. She was worried about you.
Not because I was drafted.
How did you feel when you got that notice?
Well, I was ready to go when I was 16, but
How old were you?
I had a real loving mother, and you know, I had mixed feelings about it.
I bet. You weren't going on vacation. You were going into war.
Well,
How old were you when you got your draft card?
I was 18.
18? So you went from high school to war.
I was 18 in September, and I was in the Army the 19th of December. By the time I went to the beach.
Yeah. He was waiting for the graduation list.
What we're gonna do is